What is going on, everyone? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Good start to the weekend as always, I hope. So today is a very special day. 1 year ago today, I got the Platinum. So the Platinum Pro project officially began 1 year ago today. So today, I just wanted to go over a couple things about A, the Platinum, B, the Toyota Tundra, and C, the Crewmax, okay? Because don't forget, I'm coming from 4 other Tundras. 3 of those were SR5s. 1 of those was a TRD Pro, but all 4 of them were double cabs. So today I want to go over some of the pros and cons from going from those double cabs in the SR5 trim and the TRD Pro trim all the way up to the top of the line, which is the Platinum Crewmax. So before we go into the pros and cons, I just want to kind of talk about the Platinum a little bit. As you guys know, if you're a Tundra fan or anything like that, the Platinum is the highest trim you could get in the Tundra. It shares the top trim with the 1794, which is pretty much a Platinum with a Western theme. Now what that means is you will get all of the available options in the Tundra in the Platinum or the 1794, such as high-grade leather. They always say Lexus grade leather. Heated and cooled seats, moonroof, JBL sound system, a bunch of stuff like that, puddle lights, power folding mirrors. That's kind of the stuff you get. You get all the luxury features, automatic up-down windows all the way around, all that kind of stuff. So that's the kind of thing you get on the Platinum. Now the good part about the Platinum is when you go into these luxury vehicles, luxury trucks, and the other brands, you're upwards of $70,000, $80,000 for that. Well, the Platinum, low 50s. And then you could probably work a deal down into the 40s. So if you're in the market for a Tundra, and you're looking in the trim like maybe an SR5 TRD or a Limited, I implore you to check out the Platinum before you make any deal, because you may be able to get yourself a great deal and get the Tundra that has all the trim in it, all the luxury features you may ever want. Now, I do know quite a few people that ended up buying another trim like an SR5 or a Limited, and now they really want a Platinum or a 1794. So at least go check it out before you make any decisions. And like I always tell you guys, check how long a truck has been on a given lot. And what I mean by that is if a Platinum or 1794 has been sitting there for months and months and months, they may give you something great so you can actually get in that truck instead of going for a lower trim. So some of the things I want to tell you with pros and cons of coming from the other Tundras to this Tundra. I figured we'd start with the cons list so we could end on the pros. So my first con has got to be the infotainment system. I just don't like it. I can't get my phone to connect consistently. Sometimes it works great. Sometimes it doesn't work at all. Tether error, or insufficient connectivity. I get those warnings all the time with the Entune app. Everyone's like, oh, just do this, just do this, just do this, giving me all sorts of remedies for the situation. Okay, all of them work sometimes, but again, don't work always. So just me and that system don't get along, and it is what it is. The Entune system is easy to navigate around. It is user-friendly, but just the connectivity of it, trying to hook up your phone, the Bluetooth, all that stuff, it's for the birds. I'm not a fan of it at all. I shouldn't have to spend this much time hooking my phone up, okay? It should automatically read it, which it does sometimes, but not always. Sometimes I get it started, everything's fine, and then halfway down the road it goes off. So that's really kind of my pain. The next thing is interior, and it's going to kind of do with the next one, so I'm going to say both here. Interior, but more separation in the trims. Okay, and what I mean by that is the interior of an SR5 is almost identical to the interior of the Platinum. The difference is small things like the Platinum has way better leather. The SR5 doesn't have leather. So like the seats, obviously you're going to get a different material. The dashboard doesn't have the leather piece on it, stuff like that. But as far as the look inside the truck, the dash setup, the layout, everything is pretty much identical, barring a few different things. So overall, I just wish there was more separation in the trim levels. And I've said this to you guys on other videos, but I have to bring it up here, of course. When I say more separation in trims, when I get into a Platinum, I want to go in the Platinum and be like, well, I know I'm in a Platinum for sure because of this, 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 and this, right? If I'm in an SR5, the same thing. But it's not just me. I've been doing Tundras for a long time. You know, I obviously know what Tundra I'm getting in or what trim. But for the untrained eye, I want the consumer who's the untrained eye to get in an SR5 and be like, oh, this must be an SR5, or oh, this must be a Platinum. You know why? Because of all these different special features. There just should be more separation in the trims. That's kind of my gripe for a long time. Don't get me wrong, the Platinum, you do get a lot of stuff in it. That's great. But overall, when you're getting in the trucks, it's pretty much the same thing with small little subtle changes here and there. So again, more separation in the trims. Now, this next thing has to do, actually the next two, maybe three, have to do with coming from a double cab to a Crew Max. Now, I felt that the Crew Max, and this is my next con, has way too much body roll. I do have sway bars on there front and rear now. We got the TRD front sway bar, we got the TRD rear sway bar. It has definitely helped with the body roll. But when I first got the truck, it was insane compared to coming from the double cab. The double cab had a little bit of body roll, but when I got in a Crew Max, it felt like a big sail in the wind. The thing was all over the road. And obviously that is a bigger cab. I get it. Like, I know it's going to happen, but it was so different from the double cab, it was a little shocking. So body roll was definitely a problem, but once again, we had a solution for it, which was the sway bars front and rear. It definitely helped a lot, but it did make the ride a little bit rougher with the front sway bar. So just FYI. Mind you, I have the TRD Pro suspension as well. The next thing is, when I first started driving it, before the supercharger, of course, it just felt a little sluggish compared to coming from the double cab. I'm being honest on this one. When I first got it, I was driving it around and I just could definitely tell the difference that it wasn't a double cab. And it wasn't like a slight difference. It was like a pretty serious difference in power, or at least in the delivery of power, the feel, the torque. But when I put the supercharger in, everything changed. But yeah, that was definitely a first impression. I wrote that down early for when I did these reviews. The power delivery was just a lot different than the double cab. Now, I'm pretty blessed because I was able to drive a Crew Max, and then they gave me a loaner double cab. So I was able to drive a Crew Max and then minutes later drive a double cab, and it once again reaffirmed how I felt about it. The Crew Max and double cab are night and day different. The double cab just feels faster. It feels like it handles better. So that kind of reaffirmed my body roll and the sluggish feel of the Crew Max. But once again, the Magnuson definitely fixed that. And I know it's a truck, it's not meant to be a race car, but these are the things that I've noticed. The 5.7 engine with the 381 horsepower, I want to be able to feel it and have a good time with it for sure. The next con, and this is why I say coming from a double cab, interior space compartments. The Crew Max is a huge cabin. There should be way more storage compartments. I had to put in an ESP storage compartment under my rear seats. I feel like it should come standard. Coming from the double cab, it actually does come standard under the rear seats. You actually get more storage compartments stock in the double cab than you do the Crew Max. To me, that seems weird. And the 07 to 13s, you get two, not one, but two glove boxes up front and a lot more storage compartments here and there. And in 14 and up, they kind of just got rid of it. But in the double cab, you definitely get more storage compartments. That's something they definitely need to work on for sure. And the next thing, and I know a lot of you will agree with me on this one, is you spend that much money on a truck. So the sticker for mine was $53,000, and I still have halogen bulbs on there. They just are not bright. They weren't good enough. We ended up replacing the halogen bulbs, and we put in full-on 2018 Tundra LED headlights. And I'm telling you, it was a crazy, crazy difference in the positive. Like, the LEDs light up the road fantastic. It's awesome. It was such a great upgrade. So I'm very happy that now, mind you, I have a 2017 Platinum. So in the 2018, you guys get those LED headlights right off the bat. So that's really good for you guys. But we're talking about, you know, my cons on the 2017. So I was pretty disappointed that it came with those just regular old school headlights. But those LED headlight upgrades that I did made all the difference in the world, and I'm happy I did it. So that's really it for my cons. It's just kind of nitpicking little things here and there. Obviously, overall, I love the truck, but that's definitely some stuff. So one more time, we go through the cons list real quick. The infotainment system, good night, Irene, I want a new one. More separation in the trims. That's something that just needs to happen going forward. Help each trim have its own identity a little bit more. Body roll was an issue. We took care of that. The feeling of like sluggish power delivery, we took care of that with the supercharger. Interior space compartments, 100%. And the halogen bulbs, we took care of that as well. All right, so now let's get to the pros. All right, so the first pro I have is space. Now, we're not talking about storage compartments. We're just talking interior space. The CrewMax is a pleasure to drive when other people are in the vehicle. When I drove the double cab all those times, all those years, I didn't have a problem when other people were in the vehicle, but it just felt like the backseat passengers were kind of right up on you. With the CrewMax, it's enough space. It's almost too much space inside the cab, but it's enough space to make everybody nice and spread out, nice and comfortable, good to go. The bed isn't as big, but the bed still works for your everyday kind of situations. If you're a contractor, you know, if you do anything crazy outdoor stuff, kayaks, all that stuff, you may want to look at a double cab for the bigger bed. But, you know, if you're going to go take the bike down the shore to ride, or you're a hockey player like me, you can fit a bag and a couple sticks. You could fit a bike back there, no problem. But once again, if you're like a contractor, construction, or anything like that, you may want to check out the double cab. But for me, it was perfect. Space all the way around in the truck. I gotta love it. Another great thing is if I was ever somewhere with the truck and I didn't want to buy a hotel room, I could just sleep in the back because there's that much space. You could sleep in the back seat 100% comfortably. So definitely space is a win. Number two is look. And what I mean by that is I just think the Platinum package fits the look that I like. And yes, we've changed a lot on the truck to enhance the look even more. Hashtag no chrome for sure. But overall, you know, you see the grill behind me. This is the grill off the Platinum, off my truck outside. And even this grill, it's not chrome. It's just silver. It's a good looking grill. The bumper end caps up front, no chrome whatsoever. They're body color rear bumper. It does have chrome handles, or had chrome handles and chrome mirror caps and all that, but it's still subtle chrome, so it's nothing crazy. I do love the look of the Tundra in general as well. I like the way the outside looks of the truck. There's definitely some upgrades the truck needs going forward. We talk about the redesign all the time, but I think the look of the truck on the outside is right up there with the rest of the half-ton class. It looks great. It looks modern. It's just some other stuff we got to work on, like the interior. Another pro is the features. And what I mean by that, and this is more for the Platinum, coming up from the SR5 to the Platinum, it has everything I need, but maybe not everything other people would want. But for me, it's perfect. I wanted the moonroof. That was a big thing for me. We got the moonroof. I'm very happy with the moonroof. The window that goes all the way down in the back power sliding rear window, together they are amazing. Heated and cooled seats, I never really cared about. Now that I have them, I love them. I think the leather is very comfortable. They're nice, comfortable seats for sure. That was cool to me. I don't really care about leather or fabric, either way, cloth. But yeah, after this, awesome. I do really like the memory seat. I just got the truck back from service, right? My seat was all out of whack. I hit memory 1 and went right back to where I have it. I like the power folding mirrors, always cool. It has the power dimming, the auto dimming rear view mirror, but it also has the side view mirrors that are auto dimming. Very cool. The LED blinkers in the mirrors, cool. Everything about the Platinum is awesome when it comes to it does have a luxury feel to it. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of the infotainment. I'm still not officially used to the dual climate control setup they have with the digital readout. I kind of like the old school, just turn the knobs, turn 2 knobs, you're done. That you have to, you know, click the fan on a certain speed, get to the temperature you want, all that stuff. But, I mean, stupid thing to complain about, but that's just one thing. Yeah, so the features in the Platinum I feel like are everything I always wanted in a Tundra. Blind spot monitoring, a must-have for me. Backup sensors, backup camera, all that. I love all of it. So that's definitely a win. My biggest pro, last but not least, is the price, okay? The Tundra has the best resale value on the market. It's the most reliable half-ton pickup on the market. But guess what? The price of the Platinum, their highest trim truck, or the 1794, is in the low 50s. Sticker, before you make any deals on it, in the low 50s. Once again, if you go to the other brands and look at their big, expensive luxury trucks, the Ford Platinum, the King Ranch, the Longhorns of the world, all of that. I don't remember the name of the Silverado truck. High Country. All of those are way up there in the 60s and the $70,000 range. You can get a Tundra that's going to last a long time and maybe not have back massaging seats. You're going to lose a couple features along the way, but it'll have everything you need for luxury features. And you could get it for 10, 20 grand less. And you get all the reliability with it too, and great resale value. So that is number one for me. It's absolutely awesome to be in a truck this good for the price that's not that far off of the other trim levels. So overall, I'm very happy camper. So there were some cons, there are many pros. Overall, very happy with the truck, 100%. I strongly suggest you take my advice. When you're going to look for your next Tundra, go and check out the Platinum and see if you can get the deal you want. You never know unless you try. Quick story, my buddy went into a dealership to buy a very base model sport Jeep Wrangler years ago. When I went with him and I told him, I'm like, his dream truck was the Rubicon, but he said, I can't afford it. I'm like, well, try. You don't know what situation the dealer's in. Guess what he walked out of there with? A Rubicon. So that's what I'm saying. You got to try sometimes, see if they'll work it out for you. Test drive all the trucks. Test drive a double cab. Test drive a Crew Max. Some people are minimalist. They don't need all this crazy stuff in their truck. I always tell people to test drive both cabs. Test drive the engines, 4.6 or the 5.7. See what you like. This is my pros and cons. But of course, I would love to hear below the video what you guys think. Very excited to hear. And one adjustment I have to make is tonight we are having a live stream. It will not be at 6 o'clock though. It will be at 5 p.m. Eastern. I have something to do at 6 o'clock. So I got to do it a little earlier, but I didn't want to snake you guys and not give you a live stream. So 5 p.m. tonight, we will do the live stream. Bring all your pros and cons, or you can contact below the video, obviously. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about your Tundra. And don't forget, we have that Husky Liners promo code. 10% off your entire order till the end of May. All you have to do is email me at tundradude34@gmail.com or private message me on Twitter and Instagram at tundradude34 for the promo code. It's a private sale. I can't give it out publicly. So email me and save yourself some money on Husky Liners until the end of May. So hurry, hit me up, and I'll hook you up. So once again, guys, thank you for watching. Twitter and Instagram at tundradude34, tundradude34@gmail.com. Don't forget, we're live stream tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern, and you should probably subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see every time I do my Pop Weird live streams at weird times, so you can be part of them, and every time I put up a video. Love to see you there. Thanks for being there. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.